All right, I'm starting my 5 minutes now. I start by doing some reasonably long lines. Now, I can't afford to be precious about details, but equally, I don't want to draw lines so long that they go beyond the point where they change direction. So, just have to be careful with that. And as I said, I'm really want to establish as large a space as quickly as possible with what I'm doing and how I'm drawing. So I'm doing this sort of square turret part of the building, and I establish the ground level a bit quicker than I normally would because anything I draw, I may not actually have time to come back to. Now, fortunately, there aren't too many architectural details in this section of the castle. The windows are the main thing, but again, I can't afford to get bogged down in drawing architectural details and too much of the perspective or of the actual framing of the window itself. The further I go in doing this, the quicker I actually draw the windows. By now I'm thinking I've really started to go a bit slowly, so I'm trying to speed up and draw larger sections and commit to larger sections. It's very important to align with what I've already done and just include enough detail to make sense and to add some interest. But I'm going to be very strict with the 5 minutes, and I am glancing at the clock next to me as I do this, and you'll hear the chime when 5 minutes is up. So I'm not forward fast in this at all. This is all real-time drawing. Don't have time to measure the angle with my pencil as I normally do. And now I'm thinking, man, I got to go higher, quicker, and get this upper works part of the castle done. And there's a little bit of working out to do here because the tower becomes narrower with these triangular parts. And all the time I've got to keep looking to make sure I haven't missed a wall turning this way or that way. I'm still lining up with what I've already done below or alongside. That's still an important part of how I do this, but I am perhaps being a little swifter in how much line I draw. I'm committing to more line than I normally would. And the battlement details with the little gaps in it for the archers to fire, I can't afford to do the detail I really want to do. I'm just really having to do a few lines to suggest. And I often talk about the need to suggest detail when we draw. And so I do have that as a principle, but I've never applied it so ruthlessly before to architecture. But this is a great practice for when I'm next traveling and can do some location sketching. And that's one of the reasons I do these fast sketches, is because it forces me out of a studio mindset with my drawing, and it's good preparation for location sketching. So again, the silhouettes are really important in a drawing because they stand out more. So we do want to try and capture, firstly, a correct silhouette, even in a 5-minute drawing, but also some of the decorative features that create a silhouette. Now it gets a little more laborious here because there is a fair bit of detail, and again I've still got to get the perspective right. If at the end the perspective is wrong, it will affect the impact of the whole drawing. So I can't go so fast that I'm careless with perspective. Honestly, it doesn't look as fast watching me draw it now. At the time it felt like I was just whizzing through everything. And there's almost no time left. I'm in the last minute now, and I really want to get all this detail down the side done. So I'm just being very gestural, just suggesting it. It won't stand up to careful scrutiny, but the attention is going to be on the close-up, more important parts. And so I'm not too worried about that. I even want to get a bit of the background done. And I think as I draw this here, I think we're about to hear the chimes start any minute. there's my 5 minutes up. What do you think of my quick 5 second, 5 second, my quick 5 minute sketch? How I captured enough of the feel for it to have been worthwhile to have done. Well, I'll leave that for you. And if you want to take the 5 minute challenge, I will put this photo on my YouTube community page, and you can print off a copy and you can have a go drawing yourself in 5 minutes. It's a great discipline to really hone in on what we think is the essential line work that we need to capture the feel of our building. G'day, I'm Stephen Travers. Whenever you draw next, I hope you have fun. And I'll see you next time. Bye.